Okay, so let's talk about ionic bonds, dealing with these guys here that are transition metals, and also the few of them over here that have the multiple cations also. The question is, how do you know what their charge is? And the answer is not so simple. For right now, I will give you the charge some way, somehow. Whenever you are naming them, I will give it to you in the formula. Whenever you're coming up with the formula, I will give it to you in the name. Very, very soon, after Thanksgiving, we're going to start taking memorization quizzes, and you will have to memorize some of the more common ones. But for now, let's look at how we would know. Okay? Well, let's see. Let's look at some of the ones that you had on your packet. You had copper 1 phosphide. Okay? Well, this is how you would know. This Roman numeral, and you just watched a video about Roman numerals, this Roman numeral tells you copper's charge. So this Roman numeral right here tells you that copper's charge in this compound is going to be a positive 1. It doesn't tell you anything about phosphide because you go back and you look at your periodic table. And whenever you look at your periodic table, you see that, you see that phosphorus is right there in group 5A, so its charge is what? Its charge is going to be -3. Well, if we can get it off there. There we go. So phosphorus's charge, or phosphide in this case, is going to be 3-. Now you go back to what you know about what you just learned in a video previously, and you crisscross. You take this number and this number, and you crisscross. The only reason why you look at the charges is to see which one comes first whenever you write it. This is the positive one, so copper comes first. Then you get rid of the charges, and then you crisscross down those numbers. So beside copper, you're going to have a 3. Beside phosphorus, you're going to have a 1. We don't have to write that 1, though, because obviously we know it's 1. We wouldn't take the time to write it. Let's do another one. Let's do iron 3 oxide. Think about what you know. You know that this Roman numeral tells us the charge for iron. Iron's charge is 3. It's a metal, so it's a cation. So iron is 3+. What do we do for oxygen? We need to look on the periodic table. You look on the periodic table, you find oxygen. Whoops, oh my goodness, every time. You find oxygen. It is in group 6A or 16, so you know its charge is going to be 2-. The only reason why you look at your charges is to figure out which atom comes first, and whenever you write it down in the chemical formula, this is your positive one, so iron comes first. You get rid of the plus sign, you get rid of the minus sign because we don't care about them anymore. You look at only the numbers, and you crisscross them down. So now iron has a 2, and oxygen has a 3. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is your chemical formula.